Welcome to another Ag Read Along. Today, we're going to be looking at Chicks and Chickens by Gail Gibbons. And this book goes along with our embryology program here in New Hanover County. My name is Melissa Height, and I'm a volunteer with New Hanover County 4-H and New Hanover County Farm Bureau. And those two organizations partner with the school system here to provide incubators and eggs for all the students in second grade classes throughout the school system. And the children have an opportunity to hatch baby chicks in their classroom. So that's a fun project, and this is one of the books that we use to go along with that program that we do throughout the year in the school system. If you like this book and you like Gail Gibbons, she writes a lot of other books that are ag-related that you might enjoy. And one we're going to read later on is called Farming. You're going to learn all about farming. And another is Dairy Cows. And everybody knows how important farming is to our daily lives. Farmers provide the food that we eat and lots of the other items we use in our daily lives. So today, let's sit back and take a look at this book and read along, Chicks and Chickens by Gail Gibbons. Chickens are birds. Birds sing in different ways. These are the ways that chickens sing. Cheep, cheep might be a baby chick. Cluck, a mother hen. Cock-a-doodle-doo. That sounds like a rooster. There are differences between chicks, hens, and roosters. Baby chicks are covered in down. They don't have their feathers when they first hatch from their eggs yet. They grow into either a hen or a rooster. And when the baby chick looks like this, you can't tell whether it's going to be a hen or a rooster. When it grows up and gets to be about 4 months old, you'll be able to tell that it's either a hen or a rooster at that time. Now, the hen has a comb and a wattle, but if you will notice, the rooster's comb and wattle is considerably larger. The chicken is also kind of a solid color in a lot of cases, and the rooster is more colorful. Why is the rooster colorful? Because it wants to attract a mate. So there are differences between the males and the females in the chicken world, even though they have a lot of the same features as far as feathers and their eyes and their legs and wings and that sort of thing. Chickens evolved from wild jungle fowl in Southeast Asia. They can't fly great distances because their wings are too weak. People began to tame wild fowl for their eggs and meat during prehistoric times. Stories from China tell of people raising chickens about 4,000 years ago. Today, many chickens are raised on farms. They lay eggs that people eat. Others are raised for their meat. There are about 113 different breeds of chickens, and a breed is a group of animals that shares many of the same features. In chickens, it could be the types of comb you see on the top of their head, their skin color, their feather colors, and the patterns of their feathers. A few chickens are raised as pets, and some children enter chickens in contest. There are lots of different breeds of chickens, and these are some of the breeds of roosters that you find in the world. And you'll notice some of the names, New Hampshire and Rhode Island. These roosters and different kinds of breeds of chickens are named after the area where they were first developed. So depending on its breed, an adult chicken may weigh between 4 pounds and 10 pounds. Chickens are always pecking and scratching the ground, eating a little at a time. On small farms, some owners let their chickens roam. They hunt for seeds, small plants, fruits, berries, insects, and worms. Because these chickens are able to move about freely, they are called free-range chickens, and I am sure you've heard that term before for chickens that are sold in the grocery store. On large-scale chicken farms, where chickens are raised in pens or cages, the owners feed the chickens chicken food. The chickens are always able to drink from waterers, and in order for a chicken to drink water, it must toss its head back and let the water trickle down its throat. Chickens don't have teeth to chew their food. Instead, the food travels to a pouch in the throat called a crop. In the stomach, the food mixes with digestive juices and enters the gizzard. The gizzard contains pieces of sand and small pebbles the chicken has eaten. These are called grit. The grit and the walls of the gizzard grind the food into small pieces. And if you will look at the illustration here, you'll see the crop, the stomach, and the gizzard, which is where the grit is found, and the digestive juices to help the chicken digest its food. Chickens use their beaks to clean their feathers. This is called preening. They also take dust baths to get rid of any insects bothering them. Chickens don't have a good sense of smell or taste. They do have good hearing, and during the day they have excellent eyesight. But when nighttime comes to a small farm, the chickens are put in a chicken coop. They sleep up on a perch. This is called roosting. Chickens don't have good night vision. Inside their coop, they are safe from any nighttime enemies, such as weasels, foxes, and raccoons. Chickens prefer to be together in small groups called flocks. The leader of the flock pecks at the other chickens to let them know who is boss. That chicken is at the head of the pecking order. Cock-a-doodle-doo! This sound is often heard at dawn and in the evening. This sound, called crowing, is made by a rooster. A rooster usually watches over and protects a group of 12 to 20 hens. Roosters don't like other roosters and often fight with each other. Many farmers raise hens to lay eggs. Some breeds of hens lay white eggs. Others lay brown eggs. Oftentimes, the color of the chicken's feathers will determine what color eggs they lay. So if a white chicken lays white eggs, then we know a brown chicken can lay brown eggs. A few breeds lay green or blue eggs, and a hen usually lays no more than one egg a day. Eggs should be gathered from the nest in the chicken coop twice a day. This makes the hens want to keep laying eggs. During the winter in cold climates, hens stop laying eggs until springtime. A rooster does not need to mate with a hen for her to lay eggs. And that's the reason farmers put lights and heat inside their hen houses, so that the chickens will think it is spring outside and will continue to lay eggs that they can sell. When a rooster mates with a hen, the egg cells inside her become fertile. After mating, a hen prepares her nest by pulling twigs, feathers, bits of hay, and leaves around her. Only fertilized egg cells can become chicks. So if you buy eggs at the grocery store and put them in an incubator or under a hen, they will not hatch into a baby chick at the end of 3 weeks. Each day the hen lays another egg. Usually there are 6 to 20 eggs. Any group of eggs in a nest is called a clutch. After the hen has laid all her eggs, she sits on them gently, turning the eggs over now and then, keeping them warm all over. Warming the eggs is called incubation. And you can see here how the egg develops. This is the egg in the beginning. It's what it looks like on the inside. By day 3, there are blood vessels spread over the yolk, and blood flows through them, carrying nutrients from the yolk to the embryo. By day 7, the embryo is surrounded by a water-filled sac, and as the embryo gets bigger, the yolk, its source of food, also gets bigger. And by day 12, you can see the beginnings of wings, eyes, beak, tail, and legs. The mother hen incubates her eggs for about 3 weeks. During this time, a chick is growing inside each egg. When the incubated eggs are about 3 weeks old, the brooding mother hears a cheeping sound. The eggshell of one of the eggs begins to crack. A chick, using its egg tooth, a sharp part of its beak, is breaking out of its shell. The other eggs begin to hatch too. At first, the chicks are wet and sticky. They're very tired from hatching out of their little eggs. Soon they become dry and have fluffy yellow feathers called down. They become stronger. They can see and hear and begin to move about. The chicks make a cheeping sound to let their mother know where they are, and the mother hen clucks and drops food in front of them. Chicks can eat the same food as their mothers. In a few weeks, the chicks are bigger, but their mother still protects them. The chicks have grown feathers, and in a few months, these young chickens will look like their mother or father. The female chicken will be able to lay her first eggs when she is about 5 months old. Female chickens less than 6 months old are called pullets. After that, they're called hens. Male chickens less than a year old are called cockerels. After that, they are called roosters. There are more than 10 billion chickens in the world. So I hope you've enjoyed our book today called Chicks and Chickens by Gail Gibbons. And remember to learn more about agriculture and how important it is in our daily lives. And don't forget to come back and look for other read-along books that are ag-related posted on YouTube.